new editor and the fact that my brain can picture things in 3D in a way that most people can't. So if
Dude,
anybody has got a computer for this, I'm ready.
That
Do it.
that makes being in a public restroom the worst. I hate public restrooms because of that.
What? 3D imagery?
3D brain, your brain automatically processing sounds into 3D pictures without you consciously doing anything about it.
It does make navigating in the dark a lot easier.
Yes,
You
that's useful. That part's useful. Being in a bathroom with other people is not useful.
I do not have
like
that.
body humor. I don't know.
Yeah. And for the first time in a couple weeks, I have two.
You like body humor?
Yeah, I have 2 functioning monitors now, so I can actually use both of them.
Anyway, but when we last left off,
I have small children. I never get to go to the bathroom alone.
I have cats. They
that's worse than cats.
On Coco Melon, they'll watch that and leave you alone.
But anyway,
oh, sorry.
Anyway, when we last left off, Fundelmorph returned. She seemed much better, back to her old self. It was declared that no one wanted Cotton to cook dinner anymore because he kept watching them horribly. Amara approached your group and asked if she could come in and join in with the gala because she was a dancer and they probably needed multiple places for people. The next day, Cotton, while sucking royally at dinner, makes the best breakfast in town as far as anyone is concerned. His breakfasts are legendary in a good way. Because of his
understating it.
Yeah, because of his dinner issues, though, Flex asked if he could become the dinner cook, and thus led you on a expedition to buy dinner foods. Because you had an extra day to prepare for the gala. So the party, met with various food vendors at the market, bought some chickens, bought some herbs, bought some nice vegetables, and even bought some cheese. When he went back, Flex made his dinner. It was okay. It wasn't the best meal ever, but it was so much better than Cotton's dinner food that people were at least enjoying themselves. Selmy managed to brew a new potion she called the Baby Acrobat, which is a fairly bouncy potion. She's now selling for 5 copper. And unless I understood from last time, I believe that was it for the daily activity that you guys really wanted to go to the gala for today's session.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Doodle.
It is the next morning, the day of the gala. Sinlay 18th, the end of the month, and part of the Fury Moons, where both moons are high in the sky and full at night.
You all hear a song coming from Flex trailer to get ready for the party. I will play it.
Oh no.
What am I listening to?
Yeah, you're gonna be worried about that. If that's the case, it's like copyrighted music. I don't know what's free music and what's not.
It's Pony by Genuine.
Yeah, then you don't want to play music in the stream because it get copyrighted, and then the video will suddenly vanish off of YouTube.
Sorry, I only played a few seconds though, so hopefully it's fine.
Hopefully, yeah.
I want to say you have 7 seconds, but I'm probably wrong about that. I don't remember where the hell that number came from.
YouTube updated its timing a couple years ago to 7 seconds, up from the previous. I think it was 20 seconds, and that might be where it's coming from.
I think it came from listening to the guys because they're the only people I actually pay attention to on YouTube at this point. But sure.
I'm not 100% the
Anyway.
guys know what YouTube's copyright thing is, though.
I didn't say they did. Although I feel
Fair
like
enough.
Steve and Drew know enough to know when they're going to get demonetized and kind of try to, especially since John likes to sing actual music.
I didn't think that they were monetized at all. I figured they were. I was just worried about copyright strikes for Nelson's music.
Yeah. Again, anything with either Klaus or Jorser is going to get demonetized instantly.
Yeah, you can't monetize something with
Fair
Bevan. Bevan draws the crowd, but he does not draw the monetization here.
Fair
Sponsors
enough.
or anything of that nature.
Just taken down then. Anyway.
But what was Flex doing that you wanted to excitedly playing music for?
He's getting dressed and applying butter.
All right.
And what?
His
Frying butter.
He's frying butter?
Applying
butter.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Are Cotton and Blank watching him do that? Are they still in there? Did he kick him out? Like, how is that working?
I mean, they're welcome to watch. He's just putting on his skincare routine. I am assuming Blank's at least seen it a couple times.
I'm ironing my fine clothes.
Okay.
And that reminds me, if anyone has updated special tokens that they wanted for today's session, now is the time to update them on your sheets, since Roll20 has updated that feature that you can now self-update your tokens without having to delete and resave one that's down on the map. You can just update it update the picture that is associated with your token right there on your sheet. So that is good work, Roll20.
I'm happy with the one I got.
Well, I can't do that, but luckily Bubbles is naked all the time anyway, so she doesn't really need to change outfits.
Yeah. Also,
She is
only
wearing her
underwear.
face veil, though.
yeah.
Wait, what am I
Also,
changing?
that your token on the map.
If you want to. If you have, like, Cotton has two different outfits, so if he wants to put his...
It wouldn't be on the map, it would be on your sheet. And then when I go to drag and drop it onto the map next time, it would be updated to that. I just wanted to do that. Let you do that before I add you to the gala sheet.
Maybe, Blank is having that exact expression.
I changed my default token. Sorry.
Yeah, but Blank has that exact expression on while they're watching Fluff butter up.
Flex.
Do they have popcorn?
Does popcorn exist?
Yeah.
There's a popcorn vendor here.
What kind of butter are you using?
Fluff was dancing by it one night.
You're right. I cooked that guy's brain. You're right. Never mind.
What kind of butter are you using for that popcorn?
You cooked
Ew.
You cooked the brain of the apple vendor. The popcorn vendor, I think she was not quite as badly cooked.
Yeah, not quite as badly, but it was in there. Yeah. Anyway, I remember there's popcorn now. So yeah, Blank, do you want to go get popcorn at 7 a.m. to watch this?
Blank had that waiting. They have seen this happen before. They knew it was happening. They were prepared.
It could be like a bag of crickets or something.
Ew.
No. They bought the popcorn last night, and they had it waiting because they knew that Flex would be doing this.
Huh.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Well, Bubbles is gonna, she's gonna make sure to wear her new veil, but she's also wondering, if she should bring other stuff. She's kind of tempted to bring her quarterstaff, in the hopes that she might find a way to use it as a pole during the party. She'd leave it in. She'd
And it
probably wind
doubles
up
as a
leaving it in the
weapon if need
equipment.
be.
Yeah, it is a quarterstaff, but
Yep.
I think it's a pole for her most of the time.
It could also be good for like strapping ribbons and other bits of cloth on to dance around.
That's true. So yeah, she like I don't know what the standard is for walking through this town, especially to the nice areas. Like they don't want to show up armed because that'll offend the lady who hired them. So like she's not gonna bring her bow and arrow because that would look bad. But she really wants to bring her quarterstaff because she was told there was no way to install a pole, but she feels like maybe if she shows up with a pole, that'll change.
Yeah, that's why I was suggesting like ribbons and stuff. No one will think twice seeing a dancer sort or burlesque, the performer such as yourself wandering through the street with a staff that has ribbons on it because they'll just like assume that it's a prop.
All right, then she would
think of the fact that it doubles as a weapon.
Are there ribbons around that I can tie to?
Yes,
I didn't buy any specifically.
This is a circus. There are most certainly ribbons and costuming things that you have access to. They're not as nice as your veil that you bought, but they do exist.
Yeah, they don't have to be as nice, and honestly, she probably wouldn't want them to be because she wants everybody to be looking at her. But she'll do some like contrasting colored ribbons up and down the pole.
And here is a question for Flex. How tight is that Speedo?
What a question.
Roll the D6 to determine tightness and bulge.
I mean, he's shaved all over. That should make it look bigger, right?
What's happening?
How tight is the Speedo?
I mean, Brandon Thighmaster tight.
Oh, dear.
So cutting off circulation to the thighs a little bit.
No, Brandon's fine. Like, it's a little chafy, but you can see everything.
Yeah, so not much left to the imagination. People are just gonna stare at Flex and going, why does he even bother with the Speedo? Is it just to keep things from dangling?
Yeah. He's modest. He's got to cover that part, but he wants to show all the other parts.
He doesn't want to show off his dick muscles?
No, that was for his fiance, but she's dead, so no one else can see it.
Fair enough.
So he's chased for his late love. That's so cute.
I could do an entire hour of jokes about this, but I won't.
Which?
All right, so we got Flex's student carry team. We've got what Bubbles is up to. Selmy, what is Selmy doing?
Selmy is trying to pick her spells.
All right.
Shit, I should do that. I think I can do that much in Roll20.
If she's just picking her spells, I will move on to Cotton then.
How much time do we have before we have to leave?
You have enough time for breakfast.
Heck yeah, get to cooking, Cotton.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were just assuming all of my breakfasts were awesome.
No.
We kind of were.
You get
I mean,
an
we're just
advantage
about your
on
dinners
the
are
To announce that you're going to make it, I think.
All right. So, did you want me to roll?
Yeah, you get an advantage on this since you've been doing so well with your breakfasts.
All right. Survival? No.
Yeah, well, the same thing you've been rolling before.
Can't be survival because that. Where's my? I thought it was
survival.
+5.
Doesn't stop you from getting that one.
14.
There's something wrong with this. Oh, my character. No. Oh, I'm level 1.
What happened to your character sheet?
I don't know.
Did you accidentally hit character mancer instead of level mancer earlier?
Maybe. But I'm supposed to have a +5 on my thingy.
Well, you can take the time to fix it as I go through
Yeah.
the others. So with the +5,
Can we just assume it was an awesome roll?
yeah, so that'd be more like an 18. So yeah, it's still pretty good. It's not your best, like, orgasmic breakfast, but it's still a very good breakfast, and people are excited to have it.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, Cotton is kind of pressed for time because he needs to go get ready for the Scala, and he needs to be on his best behavior.
He will be.
Let's see. So we got Flex. How about Tonka? What's Tonka been up to? How's she getting ready for? What is she doing this morning?
Tonka put on the beaded veil as a headscarf, got, some glitter, nice outfit, and then went to, watch Flex butter himself.
So she's sharing popcorn with Blank.
Yes, Blanket sharing his popcorn.
After breakfast, Selmy's gonna make sure her nice new dress is all nice and pretty.
Ooh.
Okay, I've got it fixed. I'm going to try again.
Bubbles' spells are set up.
That's good.
Although they're not showing up on our character sheet properly, but the red circles on the actual spells tab are correct.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm fixed.
Nice. What is okay, Cotton's off making breakfast. Blank, are you doing anything besides eating popcorn and watching Flex?
Well, I already put on my Jester's motley, and
All right.
that's about all I need to do. So I am enjoying my popcorn and watching Flex rub butter all over himself.
So, Flex, you finish off the wonderful buttering routine, and you see that not only is Blank standing there eating popcorn, but Tonka has joined him. What do you do? Joined them.
I asked if he would like a Speedo too. And I yelled to Fluffy Friend that I have a white and fuzzy one that he can borrow if he'd like.
And you realize that Cotton would not be in the room right now because he's busy making breakfast elsewhere.
I can't yell to him across the camp though?
You can. It's unclear if he'll be able to hear you from where he's at, given where your tent is.
I'm really loud.
I can roll perception.
Go for it. With all the noise and the fact that there's a huge circus tent in the way, you do not hear Flex's calling.
I'm just the brown one though. I'm not across the thing from him.
No. See, you would be over here, and he would be over here. The tokens are not currently in their right spot.
No, but I'm not. That's not usually where mine is. I'm between the purple one and the red one. That's mine.
This is the one that you've always been in.
No, it's the one with the 3 wooden things. That's where I've always put my person.
3 wooden things. At the top?
Top one.
Yeah, top left.
I've always seen Flex in the one where Cotton is right now.
No, he's always been in this top left one.
Okay.
I've never been in that one that I'm aware of. I thought that was Selmies. Is that not Selmies?
Sammy's all the way down at the bottom right.
Is that not Liz Bubbles? I thought Bubbles was the bottom right, and Lizzie's was and
Sometimes they move around and get changed. It's hard to tell, but I've always assumed that, like, you know, this isn't a fair representation because there's still a bunch of other, you know, caravans and stuff, like, for other people. But I've always pictured that Flex is closer to the front door, considering that the scene with with them walking into the cabin when there was, like, you know, the Carly who was setting stuff up over here, them walking, you know, out from over here. Was cemented in my head instead of them being hidden by the tents.
well, but I figured that was closest to the food, and he loves food so much. But yeah, that was definitely where I put my character the first night.
Yeah, that's true. This food, the camp food is up there. There's also vendors which are down below. But anyway, Cotton is well far away from you, and maybe Flex thinks that he's closer by, and is trying to yell for him. But there's just so much noise and so much distance because it's far more distant than what's, you know, depicted on this map. This is just a small representation to represent, like, positionally in the camp where you'd be, not really a reflection of distance.
Okay, that's fine. I was picturing it here in the back, so I was like, I'm not that far. That's why I tried to yell. I was picturing it not being that far from there.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess he didn't hear. So if I notice he didn't hear, what did best friend say?
Best friend says nothing, remember?
I know, but usually you post a gift, so I was waiting for that.
Best friend was kind of occupied with his popcorn.
Fair enough. Then he's gonna go find some breakfast and to ask Fluffy Friend if he'd like a furry white Speedo.
Dear God.
Well, when you arrive and ask me that question, I will let you know I am set on in the outfit department.
That's disappointing, but I understand.
Well, even with a 16 perception, I couldn't hear her.
No, as I said, you guys are far away from each other. And it's also very noisy out here. People are constantly talking, wandering around between spaces. There are a lot of tents and other vehicles, like, parked in the way.
Yeah.
That makes up the noise. So.
Okay, well, I mean, then he'll just tuck into some breakfast since nobody wants any clothes.
Bubbles will take off her silk veil and in order to eat breakfast, so that she's not risking it getting in the food. And she'll eat breakfast.
All right. You keep your particular part of your outfit safe.
Well, yeah, it's specifically a face veil, so I think people generally take that off anyway to eat. Like, it unhooks from one side, but she's just going to take it completely off.
Underneath. I've pictured that.
Yeah, that just seems like a great way to cover it in grease spots, so she's not going to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's silk. She was raised to respect it.
This is true. Is there anything you guys wish to talk about over breakfast?
Yeah, Bubbles would like to try very tactfully to impress upon Flex the importance of not, say, throwing an important guest across the room without their consent. And and just try to get him to understand that we love his exuberance and his big personality, but these are very rich people with very strict ideas of how things should behave, and
Always ask for permission. And if they say no, move on to the next person.
Yeah, and kind of like sort of deputize Cotton and Blank to keep Flex from breaking windows or guests or anything on accident or on purpose, but more on accident.
Flex is a little hurt. He's never thrown anybody that didn't consent to it that wasn't a bad guy.
Yes, but we were concerned that you might get either pissed off or excited.
I failed some rolls against you.
Guys.
You did not consent.
You called Cotton and Selmy around before. You do not have a good track record. That's why this is coming up.
Consent requires a yes and not just the lack of a no.
Okay, but you know that. Lack of a no means yes in his head.
Exactly.
No. So yeah, I want to try to explain that in their culture. In
Let's
the culture,
lay down some no's right now.
Yeah.
Let me just put out a baseline of no's.
Yeah, I'm gonna maybe try to salve his feelings by implying that rich people are weird and that's why they have these strange rules, but also that it's really important that he respects them.
Why should Flex respect them? Are they going?
Because if you make the woman who hired us mad, she won't pay us.
Yeah.
If anything goes missing, nobody gets paid, and presumably that includes if we break something or piss off a guest. She didn't spell that out, probably because she didn't think she had to. And
she had to.
Yeah, I know, but she hasn't hired us yet. Next time she will spell that out. Anyway,
Flex has never made someone mad. Everyone loves Flex. Do not worry, bubbly friend. This will be great.
God damn it, Cotton!
Yes.
You want to be a part of this circus? You
great.
can be
Don't give me that job. Don't give me that job.
Nope, you're the Flex tamer for tonight.
Oh, God.
You gotta keep him in line. You do that.
Give me something more manageable.
No, it's an initiation ritual. Deal with it.
Are friends embarrassed of Flex?
We love Flex.
Flex is a problem. Should Flex not go? I mean, everyone loves Flex, but you seem really upset about Flex being Flex.
I'm upset about people who don't understand Flex. But unfortunately, in this situation, those people have the money. So
maybe Flex should just not go. Flex doesn't want to go where people don't like Flex.
We love Flex.
We love Flex. We just want him to be extra careful.
Oh, I know friends love
tonight.
I know friends love Flex, but these people at party don't sound very, very friendly. They'll
love you as long as they'll love you as long as you only how about you only touch people from the circus while we're there? If you do that, I think it'll all work out. They'll love you as long as you don't try to touch them or their stuff. So if you lift things we brought or us, you'll be golden. And everybody will love to watch you.
There are people Flex knows that don't like hugs. You're supposed to give them virtual hugs.
Yes, you can do as much virtual gymnastics as you want with these people. You can virtually throw them all over the place.
Virtual Flex hugs. Okay, must treat them like the people that don't like to be touched. Got it.
Bubbles is going to feel both relieved and somehow
Bubbles needs to
anxious.
take a break now.
Yeah, but like Bubbles needs to go lie down until it's time to leave.
Bubbly friend, would you like a Speedo? I've got pink one.
No, thank you. They would block too much of my beauty.
This is fair. This is fair.
Yeah, Bubbles might go see if Selmy has anything for a headache.
Bubbly friend, I need to practice virtual hugs. Can I practice virtual hugs on you?
Yeah, totally. I'm going to be in my trailer. You practice right ahead.
Did you say fluffy friend?
Yes, fluffy friend.
Oh, never mind.
And how do you practice virtual hugs?
He's gonna stand awkwardly around you with like his hands, like in like a circle.
This feels awkward.
Do you like it? It's a virtual hug. Some people don't like real hugs.
It feels like you should just be hugging me because you're standing really close to me.
Yeah, you're being loomed over and surrounded by a bugbear. Nothing says I respect your space like that experience.
Yeah, this virtual hug thing is not going to work out the way you want it to, Lizzie.
Damn it.
Thumbs up.
Okay, now I give a real hug, fluffy friend, and then I roll a strength check.
Oh no.
No. No.
You don't have to roll.
He does. He literally doesn't know his own strength until the dice tells him.
Is Cotton being accidentally yeeted again?
No. Just forcefully hugged.
So okay, good. Flex rolled one. So no crushing of the gnome. So that's good.
Yes.
Yeah. Some dual damage.
Perfect virtual hug.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
some dual
light.
damage. It's not gonna last.
Yeah. It's so light that it's almost as if you're not being touched.
See, you're welcome. Best hug ever.
Wow, so that's a virtual hug, huh?
Yeah, Bubbles is definitely gonna stop by Selmy for something for a headache.
Okay, be right back, guys.
Okay. Yeah, Selmy, can I have one now and one for later? Because I think this is gonna be an all-day thing.
Did you come to my trailer? Because I'm still on my trailer.
Yes.
Oh.
Move your thingy. Oh wait, you're not.
I can't move me.
Yeah.
Grizz has to move me.
Right.
But yes, I will go to Selmy's trailer and ask her for a headache medication for this morning and another dose for when it wears off.
I'll quick grab her a few set of tea ingredients from the supplies I have in the trailer, so she can make a quick headache remedy tea.
Awesome, thank you. If by the way, Selmy, if at the party you happen, well, actually no, I don't have to tell you. You're the designated adult. You'll know what to do if you see anything.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Flex almost refused to come if we wouldn't let him harass the guests. So, yeah.
Is that really how that conversation went?
What?
Flex wouldn't harass people.
He wouldn't, but they would perceive it as harassment.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, yeah. But it's okay. Cotton has really wanted to be a part of the circus for a while now, and he's been struggling. So I told him that, we'll all be really supportive if he can keep Flex from getting in trouble.
I had some really good mentalism rolls last game.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I I'm going to ignore that for the purposes of please God, somebody keep track of this shit.
I mean, I
Not
am
bad. He's
still
a
the new
great
guy.
breakfast bitch. He's not struggling at all.
I
That's
am
true.
still the new guy.
Yeah. Well, he can also be the new guy gets all the shit jobs. You're the flex. You're the
Until we
flex
have
herder.
somebody else join our party.
Yep.
So are we
Hey,
ready to
look.
head out?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
And Selmy putting on her pretty dress and stuffing all the pockets full of potions and drugs and shit. Then she'll be ready.
Bubbles is gonna put her face veil back on once she has her tea. But Cotton, if you can keep Flex out of trouble, Bubbles will trust you as a member of the party.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a high ask.
That is your task, sir.
How is Bubbles trusting you?
I mean, that is definitely worth getting in.
So, everyone's ready for the gala? Anyone not ready for the gala?
Let's do this thing.
Tonka?
Actually, that's a thing. It's totally a
Yeah,
thing.
we're good.
Okay. There we are.
All right.
Look, it's a map.
Yep.
Oh.
What does it
Ooh,
look
how
like?
fancy.
Yeah, I'm
damn
not
it.
the best map maker, but I when I do try to get it nice.
This is
There's
pretty
a
good.
piano.
This
Did
is
somebody
pretty
call
good.
me?
I like it.
We're in the new map.
Okay, cool. I
So jealous.
let me get my separate thing real quick. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Are you listening, or do you want us to pause for a minute? I'm gonna assume that she.
Pause for a second, actually, so I can go to the bathroom too.
Sure. Yeah. Let's pause.
Can someone describe the map to me so I have a general idea
I'll be
of the
describing
shape
it
of it?
as soon as everyone's ready. You know, because
Oh.
people have gone AFK.
Big map.
Yep, that's what I was planning on doing. I was gonna describe it with a
Okay.
walking tour of the areas you'll be allowed into.
It is a big map. And there's a grand piano.
Well, you know Bubbles is going to try to dance on that.
There's a few things on here I'm wondering about.
I was just, you guys can at least see it. But, yeah, I guess Grizz can tell you what those are, and I'll just listen to that.
It might work for you to only have to remember the room you're in at a time, because like it's split into areas that are easy to visualize.
Okay, well, I assume when things go bad and there's a fight, it'll be in a, contained area, and I'll deal with it then. But
What fight? What are you talking about?
yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, how dare you ask that?
We are the most happy-go-lucky bunch you'll ever find.
Yeah,
makes
we're
it
the
worse.
models of decorum. When you think high society, you think shaved, buttery bugbear and stripper, and yeah, it's just gonna be great. What could possibly?
What billionaire doesn't have a sex tape these days?
Oh
There are
God.
some questions you're not supposed to ask, like what could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, we're providing a service. If she doesn't have a sex tape yet, we'll fix it. And it will be the weirdest
Well-
sex tape ever. She'll have the most hits of all time, even though there won't be any actual sex in it.
You're in the wrong part of the world for that. Now, if you're in Lauren, that would be entirely
I'm back.
possible. Because they have the equivalent of YouTube over there.
Yeah, again, we can never take Bubbles there because she will just become an Instagram model and do nothing else for the rest of her life.
That's actually something for her to aspire to, possibly. Find a way to emigrate to Lauren.
Grace, are there 9 people in our group?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I think we're just still waiting on Selmy.
9
No,
people what?
I'm just counting the tokens.
Yeah, because there's also...
Oh,
this,
right.
the group of you, and then there are 3 other NPCs with you.
I thought there were a couple more, but I know the 2 musicians and Amara. I thought somebody else had said yes.
If you find anybody
well.
else
Well,
to do, they are what I call insignificant NPCs that are just there, and I have no
Burn.
backstory for.
That's harsh, Grizz.
Now I could roll up random things about them, but and they might
Fair
become
enough.
interesting and develop personality and even be inspired to be a hero or a big bad evil guy, because it can happen with random rolls. Or random interactions over time based on a random role that created the character in the first place. Because, you never know where you drag somebody out of.
So basically, we could have our own demon horse.
Exactly. But that so far still hasn't come back to fruition. It only showed up once and destroyed an island.
Yeah, only one island. I mean, it's not even as evil as the guys. I don't know why people go on about it.
How many islands did they destroy? I mean, at least 2, and I'm not even certain.
Yeah, 2 definitively. The rest are open to interpretation. In that there's still physically some earth poking out of the water.
I'm waiting for the demon horse to actually be the good one.
I mean, it was the whole time. That was obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why that compass on Bjorn's arm keeps spinning, in my opinion.
Fair.
I mean, he's surrounded.
Yeah. And sometimes it's pointing right at him. Poor Bjorn.
Not really. He's a cinnamon roll. He's
He
the good
is.
guy.
He is, but unfortunately, he's also in the course of defending these idiots. He's also an accomplice.
That's his cause, though. He has to defend them. That's for him.
Yeah, and his loyalty will be his downfall.
But he's not a paladin. He could be a paladin with that.
Well,
oh God,
we all know how
would
paladins.
that would be a secret. It's like he's secretly a bit of paladin, but not a godly paladin all along. It's the kind of paladin that just follows a cause.
Dear God. The cause is keeping these guys out of jail. Is it really?
That would make so many things make sense. Yay! Welcome back. We were just debating about the demon horse.
Oh. Is it going to be the final boss?
Maybe.
You shall become the demon horse.
Yeah, it'll eat them and they'll all become the demon.
Or Klaus fucks it, and
that's how Jorcerer
and that is how the world ends.
No. That's how Jorcerer is born.
Oh God. Oh.
Wait, how was Jorcerer born? What was how Jorcerer was born?
Klaus raping the demon horse.
Demon horse.
I didn't say anything about rape.
I thought it was from Klaus using the jizz stone.
No, the theory is that somehow Klaus spawns Sorcerer. We don't know how exactly. We don't know if it's that stone. We don't know if it's something else. But somehow
It was the
Klaus
jizz
spawns
stone.
Sorcerer.
Oh dear God.
Let's go back to our game
Anyways.
and stop debating their game.
It was one of those jars, like the jar with the My Little Pony in it that dude jizzed in a lot.
Oh no.
It's that, but with Sorcerer.
Oh no.
Ew.
Oh no.
So,
I
anyways,
used it more as like the powder puff thing, where somebody was just like this and this and then this and then
And one of them was a
and
jar
then-
of the
we arrive at a fancy house.
Yes. So it's early in the day, and you've had your breakfast, you've gotten dressed, and you have arrived at the Draculin estate. You are let through the gate by the guards, and you are greeted at the door by a a halfling maid. Ugh, sorry, my brain sometimes goes a little bit thingy.
Sorry, Grizz. Point of order. Does it say Draculin anywhere? Like, are there big signs on the gate that say this is the Draculin estate?
No, this is but you've been here before.
I know, but Flex hasn't.
This is true.
And he doesn't like dragons, and Draculin is similar enough that...
No, it does not say that. I mean,
Okay.
it's
I mean, maybe
big estate,
Flex
so people
can't
knows
read.
that it is. Can Flex read?
Not all barbarians are illiterate. God.
And that hasn't been raw since 3.5.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask in case.
So you've been met at the door by a halfling woman named Corin. And she smiles at you. Ah, good. The mistress is right up ahead. She's been looking forward to your arrival.
Is up ahead obvious, or is she gonna lead us?
Yeah. What you are standing in right now is the foyer. To my correct page that has all of the descriptions. It's a rather large foyer. It has a set of stairs heading up, and almost right in front of you, past the entrance to the drawing room, and you can see doors on either side. One of them you can see through to a dining room on your left. The stairs have some nice, beautiful ropes that have been strewn up, basically showing that, no, you should not go up these. This is off limits, sort of stuff. There is another door further along to your right, past the drawing room door, that's similarly locked off with a rope stretched across it, basically indicating no one should go that direction. There are two more doors on the left-hand side. Peering through one, you see what appears to be some kind of small library. Well, not small library. It's still a rather large room, but it's a small library for such a big estate. And
Is this at the bottom left?
What?
Is this the room at the bottom left?
The bottom left is the dining room.
Oh, sorry.
And then out here would be the library area.
Oh, okay.
And then the next set before the doors to the courtyard are also on the left, appear to be the beginnings of some kind of gallery area with shelving units with glass and things behind them, all that sort of stuff.
Yep. Art stuff.
Art, artifacts, basically stuff that I think Cotton would love to steal and run away with if he could.
If it was anyone else's house.
Yes. So the maid leads everyone forward, where the nicely dressed Jennifer Draculin, a woman who, from our point of view, in our world, would consider like a beautiful Middle Eastern looking woman, with long dark hair and purple eyes, smiles at you wearing an elegant red dress that just flows down her body. It's a pleasure you could all make it. Good, good. Let me show you to areas where you could decide where you would love to set up. I'm hoping that those of you who are more athletic and acrobatic bent will want to spend time in the courtyard. Have had a tightrope set up out there, and there are areas for trapeze artists to set up if that is what you have instead. You should be able to make use of it, and we have a little time that we can adjust accordingly, if need be, as well as space for what I understand is the strongman, and she turns her eyes right at Flex, to lift weights or do whatever else he feels he needs to do.
Thank you, boss friend. Hey, boss friend, did you know we match? Look, I wear red and you wear red. Do you like a virtual hugs? Would you like a virtual hug?
She lifts an elegant eyebrow at that. I am quite all right.
Okay, let me know if you change your mind. And yes, I love to lift weights. Thank you for thinking of me.
I'm a little surprised when she declined the virtual hug. You didn't interpret that as she wants a real hug.
Well, also she said she's quite all right, which could mean she's quite all right with being hugged, and I was totally expecting you to take it there.
No, you said not to touch people that weren't like the circus people, and she didn't say yes. Like she has to say the words yes for him to do it.
All right.
Okay, that's
Be
all I
flexible,
wanted. Awesome. Bubbles is going to relax a little bit.
So she brings you guys outside, alongside her maid, and it kind of expands her arms. It is a big, usually empty courtyard with a few statues along the walkway, along the perimeter, where you find, like, most of the courtyard is flat and kind of grassy. The perimeter, though, has a nice circling, not gravel, but a nice stone pathway with some statues set up around it. It's currently set up with tightrope and trapeze and other like gymnastics / acrobatic sort of equipment. Basically, a good area for like the knife, any knife throwing acts, acrobatic acts, weightlifting, sword swallowing, fire juggling, anything of that nature would be performed out here.
Okay, Bubbles is going to suggest that obviously Tonka is going to be out here, but that Flex maybe be out here too, with Blank, and then Cotton can kind of roam around with his mentalism. Like,
Yeah.
It's going to be more about where the noise level is low enough for it to work.
Yeah.
Same with the musicians. They could maybe be in the gallery. Or providing music for the shows.
Yeah,
and
this
she's
is really
gonna.
the first stop on her tour.
I know, but we had a tour before. Like, she showed us the ballroom and the gallery before.
Okay.
So yeah. She's gonna suggest that Amara dance in the gallery because she really wants the ballroom to herself. Stuff like that.
All right. Amara will agree to that. Amara will go off to the gallery.
Awesome.
What are the icons in the
Bubbles will
gallery?
feel smart.
Let's see, we got benches over here, and then we have the actual art sections up here. Like this section down here is the sitting room area of the gallery, which has things in cases. Over here there are statues, and up here are paintings.
Okay, so those in the top right room, those three items are statues?
Yes, they're statues.
Okay.
So let's see. She escorts you all into the grand ballroom. where there are a bunch of servants running around currently setting up food tables, making sure the couches are in the right position, away from behind the columns, so that people have plenty of room to dance. Making sure that there are instruments ready in the music pit off to one side over here. The way that the ceiling slopes will allow the music to to diffuse among the room, so that it echoes nicely. But she kind of expands her arms wide, and you see a bunch of mirrors along the wall. Big ballroom, mirrors, columns, and a nice music alcove, couches along the edges, and statues and lighting around around columns and the chandelier. The chandelier is very sparkly above your heads.
Yeah, Bubbles is all about this room. She's still bummed she couldn't get her to install a pole in it.
Yeah, a pole would break up the aesthetic.
Yeah, Bubbles doesn't care. She thinks it would make it better. She already asked if she could use the pillars, so we've been over this room, and she's just gonna have to improvise with her quarterstaff and know what it should be in her heart, and then defile the grand piano. But that's for later. Is the grand piano in the ballroom?
Yes, there is a piano. Off
Yeah.
one of the main instruments there is a piano. There are several others. Basically a harp and more flute instruments, maybe a clarinet sort of thing.
Yeah, but she can't stand on those. She's really more interested in things she can turn into stages. And my favorite thing about Bubbles is she's so worried about Flex, and she's going to be the one that gets us in trouble. Oh.
The musicians run over to the instruments and start examining them and kind of nodding at each other.
Tuning them.
Making sure that, because they usually use other types of instruments, but ones that are similar in nature, but these could be considered their instruments should be considered the some of the more simplified versions of their classification of instrument, whereas these instruments here are the hoity-toity version sort of things, if you know what I mean.
Wait, I thought she was providing her own musicians, and we were bringing extra ones for other areas. I thought the actual ballroom music was something she'd hired out already.
Yeah, she does actually mention that. It's well, we do have some people coming. The musicians actually look a little bit saddened at that.
Aw.
And then they kind of whisper to each other, going, "Yeah, I guess maybe we can go to the gallery too. Play music there."
Yeah, so people can enjoy music while they stare at the art.
Or Amara, or you can wander through and do mesmerism, and Selmy can do weird visual effects on the art. I don't know exactly. Other than Selmy really needs to make the chandelier spotlight me. I don't know what else she's doing, but I have confidence in her.
Hey, quick question: are there roses in this garden somewhere?
It's not a garden. It's open. It's just open things out there.
Oh, okay. Are there
Courtyard.
roses around the manor somewhere, or flowers of some sort?
Yeah, out in front.
Good. I am going to see if I can very subtly steal a few.
Oh dear
Hey!
God.
No stealing.
No stealing. Can you roll Bubbles a perception to see if she can catch Blank before he takes any of the flowers?
Sure.
Please.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll one too.
Roll the 20. Try to stealth if you try to slip away without being noticed from the rest of your companions.
Perception.
All right. This.
Nuts.
Stealth.
I'm not watching them.
Yeah. Bubbles definitely sees you.
Yeah, Bubbles is gonna grab him by the wing, I guess. He doesn't have hands, right?
I do have a collar.
Technically,
I do have a collar.
Technically, Kingu
That's rude.
Kenku do have hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab him by the arm and say, no. Remember, she said not to take anything. Don't take flowers either. Just because it's outside doesn't mean it's not stealing. Please remember that. Remember, you were so good when we were here before. You didn't even touch
Blank
things. Please
is going to
continue.
reach. Yeah, he's going to reach behind Selmy's ear, pretend to pull out something, and act like it's a flower, and pretend to give it to her.
Bubbles will clap
gonna take
wildly.
He was doing that to
And
convince
then
you.
when
That's why he wants the
and
flower.
then when you take it, it's suddenly a real flower, one of the ones that he took.
What? No, I stopped you from taking things. That's what those rolls were for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a feather in that case then, like a single feather.
Okay.
And then he points
Tommy
to the
will
feather and then
sneeze.
points to the flowers. Yeah.
He's trying to ask
Bubbles.
permission. He's trying to tell you this is
No.
what he's doing.
No.
Yeah.
You can ask.
Nodding.
You can ask our hostess. Ask the hostess or the maid before you do that. If they say it's okay, then you can do that. Are the hostess and the maid still with us? Can I ask them?
Well, yeah, they're still escorting you guys around.
Okay. So I'm gonna look over at them and say, is my friend here allowed to pick flowers? We don't want to take anything we're not allowed to take.
Why does your friend need
Sometimes he gets a little
flowers?
carried. I
He's
don't
trying to
know,
do a trick.
man. Yeah, what the gnome said.
Well, I can see about arranging some flowers for you by the time that the gala starts. Then the maid says after looking up at her boss. As they escort you to the a library space. It appears to be a a well dusted room with a handful of chairs and mostly just bookshelves after bookshelves all along the walls with books of different tables. Basically a place you can come in and read or seek solitude.
But she wants
Tommy's
entertainment.
gonna be doing that looking around and spinning thing like she's Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
This is basically just areas open to guests. I'm just basically showing you what there is.
Okay.
And after showing you to the library, she shows you up to the gallery area. This is the sitting area of my gallery. As you look around, you see that there are cases around the room with various types of artifacts. You even see a wall. On the wall, like over here, the most left, western wall. Behind glass is a very ornate sword with strange symbols upon it. She kind of like nods.
Sword on wall.
What?
Can I understand the symbols?
I said big sword on wall.
Yeah. Roll an Arcana check.
Go. Where is our? I'm on the wrong part of the sheet.
It doesn't look familiar to you. She gestures
Fancy.
to the north western passageway and says, "Up there you will find the painting gallery."
I rolled Arcana.
It kind of lightly rings a bell for you, Kyle. You think it has something to do with flame or fire? You're not certain though.
Oh, okay.
She kind of gestures to the northwest and says, "Up there are the various paintings. You might find some of my guests occasionally wandering through to admire. You may feel free to admire them yourself."
I'll interrupt her and ask that sword on the wall over there. Is that yours personally, or is that something that's just being?
Oh, most
What?
definitely mine personally. It was left to me by my grandmother.
Yeah, looking at the symbols on there, I thought that might be something to do with you.
Mm.
A very nice sword.
Yes, it is a very nice and very old blade at this point.
Bubbles is gonna side eye him because he asked if it was hers personally. Like if it, she's gonna like when they move on, she's gonna like sidle up to him and go, "Everything in the house is hers personally. We
Well, I
can't
thought.
take anything."
No, I know. It's because I figure with this gallery of like artifacts and stuff, like some of this stuff could be like stuff that her friends own that she's showing off because of the party tonight. But she's a fire dragon, and that sword has fire symbols on it.
Okay, just let's assume that she owns everything here and not take it.
I'm not planning on taking anything.
Why would we take anything, fluffy friend? Fluffy friend?
Sometimes you see things that you think would be better if they were owned by you. But that's not the case today.
Why do you need things? You just need friends. Friends are the only things that you need.
Yeah, all that goodwill that you'd started to build up with Bubbles just completely vanished in that moment. She feels completely vindicated in all of her suspicions with a statement like that.
And as you continue to talk, she is also talking over you, as if you're not saying anything to each other, and is gesturing to the northeast in this room, and says, "That is my small statue gallery with the more important statues in there."
Would you like to tell us anything about them in particular?
Would you like to come and see?
Sure.
I'd love to see your statues.
Do we know, like, are they statues of gods or historical figures or something where we know what they're statues of?
Roll history. So here's what you see just based on what you're looking at. The furthest statue, the one at the northern end of the room, is of a woman, a human-looking woman, wearing what looks like kind of like a fancy high-grade hide armor, and wielding an axe that appears to be on fire, but carved from stone.
Lizzie needs you to roll history for her.
What?
I'm trying to roll it myself.
Okay.
The middle, I'll explain any of the statues based on the history roll after describing the statues. The middle statue is of a fire dragon on its back legs. In one hand, it is holding a representation of the sword that you saw on the wall out in the sitting room gallery. And in another claw, upturned, it seems to be some kind of weird symbol that you think it has something to do with fire, possibly something to do with the fire plane. You're not. It's hard to tell based on early rolls. I'll look at new rolls in a minute. Now, the one closest to the door is simply a statue of a large frog, of a kind that, if it were slightly to animate, could easily swallow Cotton and Selmy and Blank.
I'm sorry.
Say again, you cut out on my end?
I said, if the large frog statue by the door were to suddenly animate, it would be capable of swallowing Blank, Selmy, and Cotton.
Why would it animate?
All at once? All at once, or just because we're small?
Because you're small.
Okay, so only one of us at a time.
Not necessarily, but it basically could fit each of you in its mouth.
Okay, so only one small creature, but not three small creatures at once. Okay, that's. Those are very different sizes.
So most of our history rolls are kind of middling.
I can't seem to make mine work.
It's rolling.
Yeah, it keeps rolling
Oh.
on
Oh yeah,
Bubbles.
we see it.
Then sorry, I don't see
Wow,
it.
you're smarter than me.
I'm not smart at all. I have a -1 intelligence.
Oh, maybe it's not working. Yours is a 0.
I'm trying to. Okay.
That sounds more like it.
Selmy's one was 11. Bubbles' first one was 15.
I did 14.
And Zuck's was 13. Alright, so, yeah, from a 15...
My first one is a. Oh no, never mind.
Your first one was a 15.
Yeah, I had to scroll up to find the first one.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. From a 15 perspective, you're pretty sure that the statue of the human is actually of a woman known as Gavola the Flamax, the founder of the country of Toracor, which is to the east.
Okay.
The middle statue is definitely a fire dragon, and considering she mentioned that sword belonged to her grandmother, it's reasonable to assume that that's a statue of her grandmother.
Yeah.
I will.
How does Flex react to the dragon statue?
Trying to show off that he's attractive so far.
What's happening?
How does Flex react to the dragon statue in the middle of the room?
It's been teaching it how to show off its muscles.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a little busy, buddy. I'm trying to teach you how to flirt.
Yes, I see that, but there is a dragon statue in the middle of the room.
I'm not sure he sees it, to be honest. He's trying to help you get the girl.
What girl?
Flex thinks that I'm flirting with the dragon.
Well, Bubbles is going.
Maid there too, you know.
No, Flex thinks that I'm flirting with our new boss.
Okay, so Bubbles is going to.
I mean, I can do perception.
Oh, is that statue of your grandmother? She was lovely.
You're saying that
always
loud instead of Flex?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the statue.
We don't know that Flex has dragon problems. He never told us. We talked about that last game. No one knows.
All right, Flex, you need a roll perception.
No, I did tell you that I had dragon problems. Remember, there's like a mini discussion thing where he would have told you about his past.
He would have.
Oh.
You've been hanging out with him for a while. I remember that discussion now.
I thought we came down to him not having told us.
No, it's the other way around.
But I'm fairly new to the group. Do I know it?
That was the question, and I think the answer is no. You are not aware of this.
Okay.
Yeah, Cotton would know, but this is kind of up to the DM. So I've been doing my thing in the side chat, so he's not paying great attention. So unless I think one of the characters goes, "Hey, look at the statue," I don't think he'd notice. To be honest, he's trying to help. He's doing something on the side.
That's fine. That makes sense for Flex.
I was gonna say I can roll a perception if you want, but I'm not seeing a reason for him to have done it right now because he's like,
if you want to roll perception, you can, but you don't have to.
I don't know to keep my mouth shut, and I saw the fire sword, and I know that she's a dragon, and I see the dragon statue, so I'm gonna ask her about the dragon statue. Is that a representative of anybody you know?
And is somebody in this process of responding to somebody else who had mentioned, "Oh, is that your grandmother? She looks lovely."
Well, no. If Bubbles did know that, then she would have just said, "Oh, what a lovely statue," and not, then Bubbles wouldn't have said that.
But then Jennifer would have responded with, "Yes, that is Lady Jasmine, the founder of Chihuahua. She was my grandmother.
Okay, I think that makes Flex roll a perception check because if Cotton's now focused somewhere else, he's trying to help
Yeah.
Cotton. So
Yeah.
She was a quite lovely creature.
no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm really focused on that flirting thing.
Um, uh, how
Tempting fate by
delightful.
mentioning that.
I'm like,
Yeah,
you
how
walk in the
delightful.
corner. I'm like, go, Cotton, go, fluffy friend. That's right. Like, talk about her family.
Uh, who I'm gonna try to like hide us and get us off the topic of dragons by asking who the sculptor was and try to get her talking about that instead.
Oh, I never met the sculptor. This statue is actually quite old. It was carved when she was still around, after all.
Oh, what happened?
God damn it.
Old age.
Oh,
She kind of like just raises her. You do know dragons are not immortal, yes?
well, no, but I figured they had a long lifespan.
Mm. Long to most creatures, except for the elves. And she kind of glances over at Tonka with that. This is because, in case I've forgotten to mention it, both drow and high elves have Tolkien-esque elf lifespans. They live thousands of years. Wood elves, on the other hand, do not. I imagine Eladrin are about the same lifespan as the high elves and the drow, though.
Well, Tonka will just look sort of smug because obviously I'm the most important person in the room.
Oh, I want to ask her. Did your grandma have the same ability to change her appearance?
Oh, of course.
Okay, so Bubbles rolled perception because I wanted to know if she is aware, if she's heard Flex whispering since it's Flex and it probably wasn't that whispering.
I imagine that Flex is kind of loud at that. And you're close
Yeah.
enough to him that you'd be able to hear it.
Okay, so I wanna go over to Flex and say, "Oh wow, it seems like they're vibing. Let's go out of the room and give them some space to talk and try to get Flex to go into the gallery." So he doesn't hear them.
Friend, we should leave them alone. This part is not for us to watch. So let's retire. But you want to pop my arm, bubbly friend? We made a love match today.
So are you just taking him out into the sitting room, or are you taking him into the next hall, the painting hall?
As far as it takes, so he can't hear what they're saying.
You might want to move one room away then. So would you like to go into the gallery, to the paintings, the library, or out into the foyer?
Let's go to the foyer because it's the least likely to have paintings or books about dragons.
All right. So Bubbles escorts you, Flex, out into the foyer. Does anyone follow?
Nope.
Tour guide.
You say her name is Jennifer?
Yes.
Okay. I think you told me a different name before.
If I did, I might have accidentally said Cynthia or something like that when I was like coming up with names until I looked at my ledger and went, oh, I already have a Cynthia. I should name her Jennifer instead.
Yeah, no, I thought it was Jacqueline.
Her last
I
name's
did too,
her last name's Draclin. So that could be why.
Jacqueline. Okay, that's what it is.
Jennifer Draclin.
So, Miss Jennifer, are you excited for your gala tonight?
Oh, of course. I like to throw at least one gala a year. This particular one I arranged for the end of this particular month, when I knew that the Fury Moons were going to be out.
And will we have the honor of seeing you in your other form tonight?
Oh, no, probably not. Not unless something goes very, very wrong, of course.
Oh, well, we certainly don't want that.
Yes.
Well, you've been a very kind host so far, showing us around.
Well, you are here to work, and it's best to show you around first to have a good lay of the land. It's important to me that you help entertain the guests.
Absolutely, and we look forward to it. What's behind the door with the sash?
Oh, that's just some, private things, just like the private stuff that's going on upstairs.
Okay.
Rooms that are not meant for guests. Things that have not been cleaned or that are private sleeping spaces. You know the deal.
Oh yeah, I've had guests over to my house, and I have those rooms like that too.
Man, you suck at flirting.
My house has rooms.
Do you want to come back and see the rooms? That's flirting.
Now, as a party, are there any other rooms around here that you would like more described before we get you into party positions? Gala positions, I'd say.
Are they okay? So the dining room is open, but is it going to be used? Are they doing a buffet in there? Are they going to stop and sit down at some point?
What you've seen is most of the food is being brought into the ballroom for people, but there are the occasional servants with trays, and they're occasionally sitting down in there. And if people come in, they're willing to serve them something. But for the most part, it looks like food and drink is being brought directly to the ballroom, and occasionally circling around other rooms.
Okay, so the dining room is another space like the library where people can just sort of wander in to take a break from the party.
Correct.
Or something. Okay.
So I think Cotton's plan tonight will be to just kind of wander from room to room doing his mentalism thing, but avoid the gallery areas so that if anything does go missing, he can't be blamed.
All right. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not how blame works, especially when you're staff. But good try.
So if I already know where Bubbles is going to be, what about you, Tonka?
Tonka's gonna, well, at least start out here to warm up on all the equipment.
All right. And what about you, Blink?
Where are the people mostly?
You don't know. The ballroom is probably going to have a good chunk of people, as that's where the food is.
All
People
right,
might be drawn
Blank
outside
is going to go over to the ballroom and try to entertain people with his jackanapery.
All right.
Yeah, he's gonna be like cartwheels, tumbling. He's gonna like pull like flowers out from behind people's ears. They do that invisible flower trick he did earlier. And yeah. He's not a big performance guy unless he's working with someone like Flex. He's more of a engage the crowd guy.
All right. And what about you, Selmy?
Oh,
Is gonna. There's my mouse. Oh, I can't move. There I go. I'm gonna kind of set up by this door here so that I can see both the courtyard here and the ballroom, so I can run back and forth and do lights as necessary.
All right. So here is my preferred setup for the gala and how I'm going to be playing it. I have a handful of tokens that I'm going to be putting down that represent NPCs that I know I know their stuff. I know what's going on with them, or I know specifically where they come from, and interlinks there. But they are by far not the only people that are at this gala. There are random untokened NPCs that you might want to interact with as well. And I can do making this up on the spot. I created a little macro for that sort of thing. that can become, of course, very interesting people that could turn out to eventually become, either your best of friends or your worst enemy someday. Like, in terms of, just because I haven't thought of a character yet doesn't mean that they won't somehow become important. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yippadoodle.
But the tokens I've already established do have some like written down, either backstory stuff or are links to elements that I've already have in place. So like to me they are important, but that doesn't mean that you have to interact with them. Like I'm just basically going on like these are the ones that I think about when I'm like playing with stuff, but I can also generate more if that's what you'd rather like interact with. Like, so don't feel compelled to interact with my tokens, but also, uh, bear in mind that there are other people at this party too that I could just roll up randomly without a token. That could also have like rumors and everything like that if you want. All right. I hope that helps, and that I'm not overly explaining things. I am going to start putting down tokens as as it starts getting to the afternoon and evening when the afternoon when the guests begin to trickle in, so that they can have an all day all night party sort of stuff.
Oh, that's why we got there early. So they're coming at like 10 or 11 in the morning.
Probably afternoon. It's like, let's just say that like the tour takes an hour or so, and then there's setup requests, like anything that you guys might need on top of what you already brought with you, and that may take another hour or two. So yeah, it's gonna be afternoon by the time people start arriving.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay, so the first group of people, all right. First group of people seemingly arrive together. You see before you a rather large half-orc dressed nicely. He kind of like bows a bit towards Lady Jasmine. Those of you who are standing in the foyer watching. And he goes, good. Good. What?
Lady Jasmine?
Not Jasmine, sorry, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
There we
She's
go.
not even a lady. Sorry. Like I said, when I did updates and rearranges of things, it's like suddenly instead of having Lady Jasmine running a party, it's her granddaughter. There's another universe somewhere where Jasmine's in this location and running the party.
Okay.
So sorry for the slip of tongue. No, Chancellor Jennifer, not a lady. She's not a. She's there's no nobles here in this land, but there is a a rather rotund half orc. He kind of like bows lightly before lady Chancellor. It is so nice that you invited myself and my friends to this gala. And she kind of inclines her head a bit. Indoor. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself. The buffet tables are set up in the ballroom, but I know that you enjoy looking at my art and collection. Feel free to mingle with my other guests as they are arriving. And you've seen, like, the occasional other person before this. These people just seem a bit more interesting and important. The next person, almost right behind Indor, is a halfling man with a mustache. Yes. Hey, thank you, Chancellor. I'll represent my good friend Ekma. She is all the way from the south in Rivenwood. She's been up here doing some business, and I thought it would be good to invite her along to this party. And she kind of like nods, and you see behind this also well-dressed halfling, mustachioed halfling man is, well, you can't tell, for example, if this is a woman or not. You just kind of just take his word for it. It's a figure in completely swaddled in like robes and face hidden from view and just cast in shadows. You can't even see hands in this outfit. They're just kind of moving along behind, like towering over this halfling and kind of moving along behind him, not speaking.
Okay. So Grizz, are we all lined up in the foyer listening to this, or are we spread throughout the house ready to dance?
Yeah, I thought you guys were like spread around the house, but I think Cotton is still in the foyer, correct?
Okay, yeah. I was wondering who you were describing to. Okay, Cotton's in the
only
foyer.
one of
Go
them
on.
that I
Sorry.
know of. The only one of them I know of is indoor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Bubbles is definitely already dancing in the ballroom. The fact that it's too early for the guests to dance just makes it better. So.
And the name Bink should also be very familiar to you, Cotton.
Yes, but I didn't hear anybody say Bink.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's what Jen says next. She's responding to him and calling him Bink.
Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. But basically, I'm just giving you names and descriptions of these people, so that when you see them around, that's what you're seeing. Because there's no there's no dark things here. No light, dynamic lighting, so you can see the token. Well, that's like Bubbles. You can't see the token. Sorry. Everyone else can see.
No, sorry.
So I just want to remind my party, remind the group that I have told everybody who Indoor and Bink are, and Indoor is the
plumber, right?
Indoor is the plumbing guy, and Bink is the guy I'm trying to steal from.
The jewelry guy?
What?
Was he the jewelry guy? Or the guy from the store that you were getting the info from?
No, he's not the fence. He's the guy who allegedly stole from the Duke that Cotton allegedly works for.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one whose warehouse you were supposed to break into a while ago, but didn't.
And that's the guy with the fabulous mustache?
Yes, that's the halfling with the fabulous mustache.
Oh, I was calling him Poirot in my head.
Yeah. But and who seems to have a date or +1 that is completely covered in robes, and whose features cannot be deciphered. But they start making their way out, and of course Flex and Tonka would see the three of them.
So I want to try and subtly follow them, so that it's like I'm always in the same room as them, but it's not obvious that I'm following them.
Okay, stealth.
Damn.
Let's see.
Bubbles, technically those are called flowers.
Nope.
Well, yeah, Tonka said that. Tonka called flowers plant faces, and I was just pointing out that it goes both ways. Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't read that part easily. I just saw. I thought you were saying to plant a Never mind.
No, sorry.
Sometimes, like when you read something versus hear it, you can't tell what the emphasis is to know which word is actually being said, because it has two different meanings depending on how you take it.
Oh yeah. No, sorry.
We could do that too.
Maybe next visit.
Okay, so Cotton is following, and unfortunately, it is kind of obvious.
Tonka doesn't notice Cotton, and also doesn't notice anyone else.
Yeah, Bubbles only notices people who are noticing her.
I guess Tonka was in the middle of some kind of flip, so maybe she'll notice soon.
And what's your act what are you doing for an act, Flex?
Oh, he's just doing his strongman act, flexing, showing the heavy things he can hold, like juggling blank, and I'm assuming a barbell because Cotton's not around. So
Yeah.
Actually, Cotton's in the room.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I'll just grab Cotton.
I just came into the room trying to subtly follow these guys, but I'm not being subtle enough.
Yeah, you're acting like you're part of the entourage here.
Well, I mean, if I see him, I'm gonna start juggling him and Blank. So.
Blank's not in the room.
Oh well, he's not. I thought he was. Okay.
No, Blank is over in the ballroom, and you're outside
Ballroom.
the gallery.
Yeah, you're in the courtyard. He's in the
courtyard.
ballroom.
Damn it!
And I'm actually,
I'm gonna
I'm
go to
not-
the ballroom.
I'm not going to resist because if it seems like I'm part of your act, then they won't notice that I followed them into this room.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, if he knows best friend's not there, though, he's probably not gonna grab you. He's gonna go find best friend. So he's probably gonna go try to look around to find him. Did he know he was in the ballroom?
Crap. Now I'm going to need to follow you instead of following these guys because I made a promise to wrangle you.
Damn straight.
Give
You didn't
me
make a
an
promise so much
athletics
as
check,
get
Flex.
conscripted.
Say that again.
Give me an athletics check, Flex, for tossing Cotton in the air.
She's not tossing me.
No, I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find Blank.
She said because Blank's not in the room, she doesn't want to juggle just me. She wants to find Blank.
Yeah, Blank's part of the act. Like I do other stuff with him, like throw him and stuff. And if he's not here, I need to go to where he is and do the act.
Hey, Flex, where you going? Did you want to maybe just do your thing with me?
I appreciate that, Fluffy friend, but this is with best friend, and you're not best friend, though you are still a very good friend.
Yeah, but this is such a nice open outdoor space. This is a nice space for you to do it, and we don't want to wait and go find the bird.
But he's best friend. He's part of my act, so I toss best friend. So I need best friend.
But he sometimes likes to do his own act that's separate, and I'd love to do this act with you.
No, he doesn't. He's best friend and Flex are best friends. They do their act together.
I will follow.
Him wherever he may go.
You know they're thinking about doing a Sister Act 3.
Yep.
Oh, god damn it.
Yes, it's gonna be interesting. Mm-hmm.
So Tonka fumbles her first act in front of these people, but even as she she begins her fall from whatever bar or flip that she's in the middle of, she manages to elegantly somehow catch the tightrope that's strung between a few things and flip herself up and over until she lands on said tightrope as if she'd meant to do that all along.
Very well done.
Exactly.
Applause.
Good job, Tonka.
Both
Killing
Bink
Apparently
it.
that's
Bink
what
and
I
Ember
noticed them
start
come
clapping.
Crap, sorry about the background noise.
It's okay.
Yeah, my chair today is like super squeaky. I don't think it's registered yet, so that's lucky.
That's a cute icon for your indoor. It kind of looks like an Igor.
Well, it's Dapper Half-Orc, so... Because he's currently well-dressed. So Dapper Half-Orc works for him. What about
Can we
you,
call him
Sel?
Dapper Dan? That's a Disney joke, people.
Yep. Isn't that a Oh Brother joke?
That's what I was thinking. It's like the joke that when I hear Dapper Dan, all I can think of is Oh Brother, We're Out, though.
I think it's
So,
that too,
Flex,
but it's a Disney one mostly.
Flex, are you moving into the other room?
Yeah, he's gonna find best friend. He's gonna look for him.
You gonna move your token?
Sure, once I find it.
You're in the green courtyard at the top.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Is Jennifer staying in the foyer to greet her guests?
She is greeting her guests.
Okay, Flex is going to the left to look for.
That's the wrong direction.
I know, but I don't know that he knows where best friend is. Is he just looking?
We told you ballroom.
You also just walked through a wall.
Yeah.
Baller move. Okay, so do I know what?
I told you ballroom, which is the opposite direction, and I'm standing there with you, so I would help you. I would help you find him. Come with me over. Yeah, this is the right direction.
Best friend, it's time to do our act.
Blank is going to duck behind a person and then
Stealth.
reappear behind Flex.
Roll stealth.
All right, come on, critical failure. Critical failure.
Nope.
Oh, 24.
Exactly what
Not
you say. Double 24. So you just vanish as far as Flex is concerned, and suddenly you're right behind him.
Best friend, that was awesome. You are so good, best friend.
What about you?
So maybe,
tell me, did you do anything to stop this or anything when they walked through the door?
To stop them?
Or anything? Since they walked right past you.
As he's walking by, I'm just gonna be like, don't forget, you gotta do your show outside.
Who, to me?
Yeah, as you're walking by.
Okay. Why do I have to do it outside? Best friend's inside. I have to go to where best friend is.
Because the inside is made of glass.
Yeah, there are mirrors everywhere.
Because your act involves throwing, and it's safer to do that outside.
Don't be silly. I'm excellent at my act. I would never hurt things. But if friends are worried, best friend, let's go outside. We need to do our act.
I follow Flex.
All right, and then when we get outside, I start juggling Cotton and Blake.
All right, give me athletics.
Should we roll that also, since we're going through the air? Or acrobatics?
Let me see what Flex's athletics is first.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Flex barely gets you up into the air before you immediately drop back down to the ground.
Oh no! Did I hurt you, best friend? Did I hurt you, fluffy friend?
No, I think I'm okay.
Meanwhile, as you're dropping that, several more people come in through the door. In front of you is the. I'm struggling to put this politely, considering all of us and all that.
Don't put it politely.
Okay, this is probably the largest sea elf you have ever seen. It was.
Wait, we talking fat? We talking tall? We talking muscular?
We're talking fat.
Okay.
She is the most corpulent sea elf you have ever seen.
Sea is an ocean?
Yep, sea elf. As in, you're expecting this woman to be supported by water, not walking around like this. On either side of her looks like there's guards wearing fin helmets with chainmail faceplates over there. You can't actually see their faces, but you can look out of there. Basically standing at her side, escorting her along. But more like reverentially escorting her. She is.
I'm gonna whisper to Blank. Hey, can you watch over Flex?
And oh god, where did that? Man, the gifts disappeared.
I love that. I love that gif, Zach. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I am
People
gonna.
that walk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue
and then
following.
Blank just starts doing that at Flex. Right. Given their relative heights, at right about thigh level.
Staring contest. Let's
Yeah.
do this, best friend.
Yeah, she kind of glances at the circus performance and starts heading immediately for the ballroom. And these three kind of get out of the way to let her through.
So, those people that just walked by me, the hooded people or the hooded lady.
Yep.
Do I know if there's any kind of connotation with the robes? Like, are they religious robes? Are they sinister robes?
You can't see what's under the robes.
Exactly. So give me a history check, maybe?
What do I roll for a staring contest? I'm assuming Constitution?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Performance, maybe?
The type of robe that this person's wearing doesn't remind you of anything particularly religious that you've ever come into.
Victory.
But this is clearly something that is completely obscuring any feature this person has from anybody else. More so than just a mask would. As if this person maybe has something to hide. But it doesn't look like any religion that you're aware of.
Is there a way to, like, I'm guessing it's like some kind of an illusion. Is there a way to resist it? Like, to try and see?
Intelligence check to see if it's an illusion. It's still there. How about while you're doing all that, you give me a wisdom saving throw as well?
Me?
Yep, just in case. Then Flex fails the staring contest. He immediately gets distracted by a butterfly. Yeah, so this, I said, rather large, rotund sea elf and her escorts comes in, kind of glances at you, glances at Cotton, kind of dismisses you quickly, and heads straight for the buffet with her guards.
Of course. I mean, what? I didn't say anything.
Yeah, she is kind of seemingly a walking caricature. So it's like, yeah, but it exists.
So I'm trying to follow Bink around, and I'm watching him, and I want to try and pick up like his mannerisms and his. I want to see if I can learn anything to help me understand him better and try to get inside his head about like how he runs things and how and once we get to the warehouse heist, try and give myself some background on that.
All right, give me perception. I think would be good for that, or maybe investigation.
Darn.
People keep stepping in front of you, and you keep losing sight of him.
I'll try again later. I'm assuming it's a lot more crowded than it looks because of.
Like I said, I was only
Yeah.
I was basically only bringing the tokens out of very important, what I consider very important people that you might run into outside the gala, without deciding you want to talk to some random person who might then become a story person.
So I'm gonna find somebody who's here in the area near me, and I'm gonna try my mentalism, so that it doesn't look like I'm just following these guys around.
Gotcha. You actually captivate several people, and they put like they're holding food in their hands, and they look to you, and you start giving them a good spiel, and they seem very much entertained at this point. All right. Okay, next person in.
Before we do that, Bubbles rolled a 15 perception. when Flex was shouting in the ballroom, did she catch that he was shouting, and did she catch that Cotton essentially ditched his responsibilities after getting him back
With the
outside?
15, yeah, you would have noticed that Flex and
I
that Zach
I
and
passed
that
my
all of them went.
responsibility.
Yeah, basically what you saw is that you saw the three of them leave again, and then you spotted Cotton come back in a little bit after that, and start heading down to the bottom of the the south. You catch like little glimpses of reflection in the various mirrors that are everywhere.
Okay. Thanks.
I passed my responsibility to somebody who can watch.
Yeah, the Kenku doesn't control him, though.
I don't control him.
No one controls
Yeah,
Flex.
no one controls him, but Blank doesn't even try. Blank
Who's our
encourages him.
new guest?
Yeah.
So
This is very much putting inmates in charge of the asylum.
yes.
Yeah. But Bubbles doesn't know you did that. She just knows
Yeah.
that you're going somewhere, so
I have
and she
priorities.
doesn't see or hear Flex, so it's fine.
So Tonka is down there trying to distract the two in the middle of a staring contest as a small woman. It's hard to tell whether she's like a halfling or a gnome because she's wearing a face mask, like a beautifully sculpted porcelain mask that doesn't show identifiable features, but she's about the size of a large halfling or gnome. It's just hard to tell. And she's like, moving past you.
Does she have hair that would make that obvious?
The hair does not seem to make it obvious. It's like short and brown.
Okay.
And remember, even while you're all doing your staring contest and everything, there are a lot of people around you, even though we can't see them on the map.
Yeah. There is a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of people around. It is now in the let's see. Yeah. She is also holding what appears to be like a parasol, not parasol, which kind of like probably draws your attention briefly, because that's an unusual thing to be carrying around. She's like,
Well, Power Cell would be even more unusual given what you've described
Who's
as technological
carrying a
levels
Power
here.
Parasol. A fancy and
It's an umbrella.
Oh, parasol.
Yeah. Fancy parasol.
I thought you were saying power cell.
No.
Yeah, me too. And I was
have
like, wow, that would
pronunciation
really
issues,
stand
guys.
out.
Certain words I can't pronounce properly.
I know, I'm sorry. I just had to tease you about it because it's like, whoa, sci-fi. Okay.
No,
Suddenly.
she's not from Emlar.
It's some kind of like giant mana contraption for like a big spell. That's what I was imagining in my head.
People from Emlar would have power cells. But, they have.
Okay, so she has a lacy umbrella for the sun.
Yeah, she's basically got just kind of holding up and walking by.
Is the parasol fueled by power cells?
No. It's this black lacy parasol, like going with like her black cloak and all of that. She's just dressed
Sexy.
nicely. Actually, considering
We have our own Avalar. I'm so proud.
Yeah, given her size and what she's wearing, it's more reminiscent of like Wednesday Addams, actually. Now that
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds
Even
very goth.
sexier.
Yeah. It's like a goth girl with a face mask. It's not like you've seen children at this place.
Well, and she's even Selmy's height.
Yeah.
You should go for it, girl.
Yes. Selmy is not gonna lie, she's turned on. She's definitely distracted by little goth Wednesday Addams here.
Yeah, Flex got a 4 for perception. He's really into the staring contest, so he didn't see the parasol or anything.
Honka noticed, and she was like, "Wow, nice outfit, dude," or whatever.
I just feel like people are forgetting they're supposed to be entertaining.
I mean,
No,
he
Bubbles
will as soon as Flex does, or sorry, as soon as Blank does the other half of the staring contest, he'll probably do it. But
I did
he's
do the
scared.
other half. I got. Oh, we're doing different staring
Yeah.
contests now. Give me a second.
The butterfly didn't count.
5.
Aha! I win, best friend. Good job. Oh look, more people have arrived. Maybe we should do my act again.
They may be distracted by maybe you were distracted by Tonka this time. Tonka has been causing
Bubbles
a lot
is
of movement around you.
Bubbles is doing her best, but she's distracted by worrying about what the hell is going on in the area she can't see.
I throw Flex, or as the Flex throws Blank and Cotton really well this time.
Cotton's not in the room.
Then he throws Blank really well this time. See, Cotton was throwing him off.
Okay. How does? I'm gonna do acrobatics to see how well Blank lands.
Oh man,
Nice.
he's killing it.
Jumping back onto the rope. Looks like I made it, so that's good.
Oh man, the courtyard is killing it, guys. We're doing really awesome.
Team Courtyard.
There's the crowd that's actually the group of people that's actually in the courtyard do stop and clap watching Flex's performance and Tonka's performance. They're like watching the two of them and seem to be far more entertained than going in and listening to the music or other socializing. They're like, wow, this is pretty cool. We got a completely different kind of show than last year.
Lizzie, were you trying to see if you saw what Tonka did?
No, I was
I don't
trying
think she
to.
did.
No, I didn't see anything. But Bubble, I wanted to know if there was like anything to notice in the ballroom since I'm the only person in there.
I'm in there.
Or I'm the only. Oh, I didn't realize you were in there. I just knew you were following someone.
Yeah, I'm following
just
someone who
wanted-
was in the ballroom.
Okay, well, I wanted to know if I like noticed anything going on or you following someone, but apparently not.
Yeah.
No, you didn't notice anything.
You're too distracted by Grizz, you said there were like mirror surfaces around, right?
Oh yeah, there are lots of mirrors everywhere.
Yeah, so Bubbles is seeing her own reflection in all these mirrors, and she can't take her eyes off that.
That's my guess.
Yeah, fair. It helps her performance though. Once she's looking in the mirror, she starts dancing really well.
Right.
All right.
Can I try another investigation?
What are you investigating?
Well, same thing.
All right, you can roll another investigation then. All right. You notice that Bink is glancing towards the newcomer with the parasol, who's currently standing near the piano and listening to the music.
Is the parasol open inside?
It seems to be part of her aesthetic.
All right, then I want to wander over and learn more about her. I will start with a mentalism.
Let's see, giving performance. Give me another investigation check as you're studying her. All right. Let's see what information to give you on that. Give me a 3d6.
Did that not go?
No, roll a 3d6 for me. Can you hear me?
I know I did. I heard you, and I did.
Yeah, we don't see it.
Okay.
It's the investigation.
I got a 6, a 5, and a 4.
A 6, a 5, and a 4. All right.
For a total of 15.
No, it doesn't. No total. I just needed the numbers. A 6, a 5,
Yeah,
and a
6, a
4.
5, and a 4.
Okay. So, you notice that her clothes are very well tailored. That her proportions aren't really related to either a gnome or a halfling, even though her size seems like she should belong in those categories.
Her proportions.
The way her body is set up,
Right.
because you can't see her face, it's completely hidden behind a porcelain mask.
Okay.
But so it's like there's just ways that you can usually tell more than just by size, like if somebody is like a halfling or a gnome, even if they're mostly like covered, and you're just the way you're studying her, like at a glance nobody could really tell, like just based on that. But as you're studying her more directly, you get this creeping sensation that this is neither a gnome nor a halfling. That they seem more like something else. And that is a little bit disturbing for you. Like there's something in your hiding brain like that's feeling disturbed.
My mentalism involves me talking a lot to this person. Are they responding at all?
What sort of patter are you going with, based on what I told you?
Sorry, I'm blanking. I don't really have anything. I'm just wondering if they talk.
At the moment, they are being very quiet.
Okay. All right, I did my mentalism. I don't want to just stand around creepily.
The other people around the masked figure did clap and, like, say things, but the masked figure did not.
Okay.
All right. So this next person who wanders in through the courtyard is a bit more familiar to several of you. This is This is Alistair Fizzlebottom, the head of the magic school that some of you talked to.
Selma should recognize him.
So he like wanders in, like leaning on a cane and dressed in his finest robes.
Andy, make sure you talk to him before when he passes you. Selmy?
Tell me? Hello?
Not on mute.
Hello.
Andy, are you there?
Looks like never mind. Someone disappeared, but I don't know who it was.
No, I see all 6 of you still there.
Yeah, everybody's in the chat.
Oh no, they just barely rejoined.
That's it.
Selmy!
Maybe she muted for a second. It happens.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
I just stepped away.
Tonka, did you went in there, didn't you?
I
To the
think
headmaster's
so.
office. So you met him too.
So, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I guess let me see if I notice him coming in. It looks like I totally did.
Blank was in there too.
Yeah.
So, I kind of do whatever, flips over and ask Blank if he recognizes that dude.
Do I recognize that dude?
If you were in Alistair's office, you should have. Yeah.
He was.
Okay, then I nod.
I don't know how nice he really was, but he told us some pretty good. He wasn't paying that much attention to me, so I don't know if I like him.
Well, when we were in his office, Selmy was talking to him a lot, and it seemed like everything that she was saying was kind of like turning gears in his head, and he was very nearly ready to tell us something actually helpful, but we didn't quite hit on the right thing to tell him to actually get that information to spill out.
Yeah, I just remember being like, "Oh, didn't even notice me." And now we wasted our time here. So
Yeah, I always hate it when information trickles my brain and then I just can't remember it and there's no prompts that are helping.
if I wasn't inspiration enough, then I just don't know what his problem was.
Yeah.
So
Well, clearly your beauty had nothing to do with what he was trying to remember.
yeah, I don't know. Are we letting Selmy talk to him, or are we just gonna?
Selmy's not responding.
Well, we shouldn't
Oh
let
yeah.
Blank talk to him.
Well, we could go up. Okay, so I'll go up and be like, we could see if he remembers anything. He was gonna get back with us, right?
Can you repeat that, please?
So he was gonna get back with us on if he remembered anything, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So I can head up and ask him, be like, hey, remember me? Obviously you do, because
I'm awesome.
Oh. Oh.
I'm the best.
Hello there. Yes. We met in my office, didn't we? I had no idea you were going to be here.
I hope you can watch some of my performance. But did you remember anything about what we were talking about last time?
And what was that exactly, my dear?
Well, we were seeing if you remembered anything about those the rocks and the
Oh.
wizard.
Oh, yes. Rocks. Hmm. Thinks for a moment. And wizard or lizard?
Technically both.
Javik, I think Javik was the name.
Yeah.
Oh, Javik. Yes. I think there might have been a student or two named Javik back in the day. No, not a lizard. Red-skinned, but not a lizard. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that's all I remember. Javik the Red. That's all I have for association with him.
Well, we'll see if we can help remind you. I'm sure my performance will inspire you. So
Oh, yes, my dear, you were going to give a performance. How marvelous. What kind of performance?
all this stuff out here, I can fly on that stuff.
All right. Let me see what what you can do.
So I guess I will try. Let me see where. There we go. It looks like I'm killing it.
Yeah, he since he has one hand on his cane, he doesn't clap, but he uses that cane to like stomp the ground in appreciation, going bravo, marvelous.
Well, I'll smile and wave and at all the obviously cheering people.
And even as he stands there cheering for you, another some familiar person comes in. Though this time in fancier robes than the last time you saw her. High Priestess Luca. Dressed in her
Blank
finest
ducks.
robes.
Blank
Ooh.
ducks down because he remembers what happened with that fountain.
Stealth for Blank, please.
Oh god. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, you.
Oh, I am on fire tonight.
Yeah, you immediately vanish behind Blank and are completely unseen by this woman.
And Tonka and Bubbles should recognize her, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think at this.
Tonka probably just thinks she should appreciate her performance, and these people appreciate me.
Bubbles is pretty similar, especially like she's wearing a scarf over her face again, like she was when she first met this lady.
Yeah, so basically, she came in and caught the tail end.
I would like to roll a performance.
Sure, but she's not in that room yet.
Oh, okay. Well, when Bubbles sees her, she'll want to roll a performance to
Luca
sort of prove how awesome she is.
Caught the tail end of your performance, and then it's kind of assumed, at least by her and possibly by Alistair as well, that the reason why you suddenly stumbled, Tonka, is because of the appearance of the woman. It's like you were going for something, maybe you saw the High Priestess, weren't expecting it, and fell. And I can hear a gasp from several people. I was like, and Alistair goes, oh my, are you okay, young lady?
It looks like I kind of recovered.
My face just like kind of pauses for a moment. It's like, oh, I think I recognize them. They've been to the cathedral a few times. And Alistair looks at her and goes, oh, really? They stopped by the college and were talking to me about this rock business. And as the two go off,
Point of order, we're not in the same place. Tonka and Bubbles are not in the same area.
Correct. Because you wanted to be in your own separate area away from Tonka.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, would they...
So Bubbles, the college guy, and the priestess have both entered the ballroom.
Yeah.
So, okay, I was just wondering, because, like, we're not... Tonka and I aren't next to each other, and we were the main offenders in the temple, so I just wasn't sure if, like, she put that together.
Yeah, but Alistair...
They went where you are.
Yeah, but Alistair and Luca are now chatting together about, their experiences with you guys. And perhaps that is why your performance suddenly suffered, Bubbles, because you heard your name being... you heard of your exploits, and it was not in the most flattering of light.
Those people are wrong?
Yeah.
Clearly.
Two people who had separate interactions with you are comparing notes.
Yeah, but they're comparing the wrong notes, because obviously they should be wowed.
Well, you should prove them differently.
Hell yes.
We were hired to perform here. They just didn't have any taste by kicking us out. So
yeah. Again, there was no sign saying not to hump the statues. I don't know why people are so upset.
Yeah, you're still very distracted.
Yeah, at least it's not a 6. Yeah, I'm trying to dance sexy while also sort of glaring at them, and it's really distracting from the overall image.
I haven't met either of those NPCs.
Correct. You have not. The next person, a human, wanders out dressed in fancy clothing, comes out to observe the performances outside.
And now we just need our insect PI to show up.
Yeah, she wasn't on the
She
guest
doesn't
list.
work in the best part of town. She doesn't seem like someone
Yeah.
who'd be on the guest list.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why these two are on the list is because this is, for the, the upper level people and
The Mucky Ducks.
other rich folk. So
Yeah.
it's like you got guild heads, you got like, the high priestess, you got a head of a college. Yeah.
I know. I'm just so far kind of a cavalcade of people that have been in our lives.
Yep. Well, yeah. When I was writing down the list, and working from that list, it's like, these people, because they all belong there, and that's the reason why they have tokens and aren't just random NPCs that have been wandering through this whole time. Because these are
Yeah.
some of the people that you have actually met and interacted with, but this is the first time seeing a token from them. The next person is basically all the rest of the people are completely unknown to you. This guy, it's a human. He's dressed finely. He stops and watches the performance.
Courtyard people performance.
Can do.
Where? Oop. Looks like I got hurt when I fell the other time.
I'm still killing it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm still not.
You're not in the courtyard.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
sorry.
The man asks, looking at Flex. I can't help but wonder exactly what are you? I am not trying to be offensive when I ask that. You are very unusual.
What does he look like again? Is this the Puero one?
This is the
It's a human.
It's
No,
a
it's a human in front of you, in nice robes.
in nice clothing, not robes. Doesn't look
Okay,
like
nice
a
clothing.
leisurely type. He looks like he's stuffed in a kind of a nice, Renaissance style suit.
Okay. Hello. Would you like to be friends? My name is Flex, and I am a bugbear. With that, you can tell from all my muscles.
Bugbear? But he just kind of stares. Most unusual. And kind of like coming up soon, quickly behind, is a dwarf woman with a fabulous flowing beard, braided nicely, just kind of like running up. Like, oh my, a circus! I was hearing about that the circus was recently in my home city. Perhaps you lot were the same ones.
We are. I'm Flex, the strong bugbear. Would you guys like me to lift you to prove that I'm really strong? I do it with best friend all the time.
The human man takes a few steps back, but the dwarf woman kind of goes up and says, "Oh yes, I would enjoy that actually. Lift me up,
Yay!
strong
I
man."
would love to. What do I do? Athletics or
Yes,
strength?
athletics.
You should have a non-shaved bugbear show up.
No, unfortunately. Yeah, as you fail to lift her, and she laughs because she seems to have a very high center of gravity. An orc dressed very nicely. It's like not the same kind of nice clothes as these other two here, but not like some of the clothes that you might expect, like an orc warrior running around might wear, but just very nice just very nice clothes that are hard to describe otherwise. Like she steps in, she's got good muscles. She kind of like watches this and makes a noise.
Oh, look, you have great muscles, friend. Would you like to have a contest, a strength contest?
That sounds better than dancing in there.
Absolutely. Flexing is always better. Would you like to join as well, ma'am?
Sure, why not? But I really want to get a drink in me first, so I will be right back. And she also goes in here.
Okay.
She ran.
Please come
Look at her
back.
run to the beer. Right.
Okay. Do you want me to roll a strength check?
Yes, please.
Just a check, right? Not a saving throw?
A check, yes.
Interesting.
Hot damn.
You're a bugbear.
You are lucky Bubbles wasn't in the room because she would be really offended to hear that flexing is always better than dancing. Also, you're wrong.
So the orc and you clasp hands, and she is very
Wow.
strong, but you manage to be a bit stronger. It's like, but she's struggling, and eventually you just, manage to pin her arm, and she kind of nods her approval. Very good, shaved one.
You were excellent as well, new friend. I hope we have a chance to do another strength contest together. Maybe next time you will beat me.
Perhaps so. I will indulge in the feast and try to stay out of the way of the dancing people.
I have a friend. If you are afraid of dancing, but she's really good at
afraid of dancing. I just do not see the point of it.
Oh, okay. Sorry then, friend. I just was going to recommend my friend Bubbles. She's an excellent dancer, and she helped me learn how to dance.
Good save.
And as more and more people come through, the only one that really stands out is a rather tall figure with long ears that I don't think Flex or Blank or Selmy or any of the rest of you except Tonka would have seen the species of before, because they are not native to Alaris.
Tall or
Tall.
long? Like
tall, long, lanky, with
no,
even taller
the
ears.
the ears specifically. You said long ears, like long, like bunny, like they hang down, or long, like
Long and
pointy,
back.
like an elf.
Long and pointy, hair. Ears that you would see on a hare, not the floppy ears you would see on a rabbit.
Do I have to roll to see if I recognize
Okay.
them, or would I just recognize them?
You recognize this as I believe the species name is Harridan. The hare people of the Feywild.
Oh, nice.
So it's a basically you look over and you see a native Feywild being just like yourself. Unlike say a satyr or something like that line where satyr, you see a lot of satyrs in the Feywild, but just because you see a satyr doesn't mean it's from the Feywild. There are satyrs that colonize parts of Alaris at some point and have become naturalized citizens, just like elves a long time ago as well.
Can Flex talk to him?
Yeah, the tall hair man is walking through. He's dressed in a nice suit. He's just walking by.
The one I've never seen before.
Yes, you have never seen a rabbit person before, or actually rather a hare person before.
Okay. Flex bounces up to him and says, "Hello, I'm Flex, the bugbear strong man. How are you today?"
My, you a bugbear? And here
I am.
I thought you were a human.
I know. It's my secret. Isn't it funny?
It is most unusual.
It is. And if I may say so, I've never seen anyone like you. You aren't a bugbear, are you?
No. I am from the Feywild. So
that sounds nice.
Not many of me around. I might even be the only one on this world. Plenty of my kind in the Feywild, though, of various sorts.
Oh, are you lonely? I can give you a virtual hug. My bubbly friend says that people only like virtual hugs.
I am not lonely. No.
Okay, I thought I would ask, but it's very nice to meet you. I've never met somebody who's one of a kind before. It must be really interesting.
Can you do a sleight of hand for me, please, Sanka? Well, I should say one of a kind in the sense that I've never seen another of my kind in this city or in any of my time here on this world. But it's all right. The one I work for is good at finding interesting peoples. He might, in fact, find you quite interesting.
I'm sure he would. I am actually quite interesting. I would love to meet new friends. Is your boss here?
Oh, no. I'm afraid he had business at the main office and sent me in his stead. He was invited to this party but could not attend himself.
Oh, that's too bad. Make sure to send some food home with him. But well, if you ever wants to meet me, I'm at the circus with all my friends, and I'd be happy to meet
He
him.
might be interested in hiring you for a job if you do more than circus work.
I do. I throw people.
Yes, he might find a use for that.
Excellent. Bubbly friend says I can't throw anybody here, but your boss friend sounds nice.
Yes. He kind of pats a pocket and thinks for a moment and says, Giant, are you able to read?
I am. My
good.
mom taught me.
So he digs out a small card from his pocket and offers it to you, kind of looking at you for a moment. I do not know if you have pockets, but this is the information of where to go to look for a job. You might need to present this at the reception desk. So.
Oh wow! Thank you so much. I'm so glad to talk to you.
Bubbles is gonna pull a greasy business card out of his Speedo and hand it to a receptionist.
Well, he's not gonna put it in his Speedo. He thinks it's very important, so he's gonna take it back and put it next to his barbell because it's that important.
Okay.
Friends are important.
So we've lost Andy and Zach, and it's getting close to 9. Can we wrap our session soon?
Yeah, I was basically just wanting to establish all of the major NPCs, just so you have a feel for them, figure out who you might want to talk to, what rooms you might want to circle into for next time, and I hope you enjoyed the various main NPCs that I have set up here for you.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
Some of which you've met, some of which you will get to know, and thus be offered more chances for work outside the circus if you ever feel like doing something beyond circusing.
yeah. There are some of them that I want to talk to, but I don't think that Cotton wants to do anything except follow Bink around.
Yeah, but like I said, if you do really want to stay circusing, I can devote time and effort for that each week. So, honestly, I can, but I'm also giving you other options with various things.
I mean, I want to be at an adventuring party. It's just that I created this character and she doesn't want to do anything else. Yeah. And so
we're trying to be true to our characters. My character wants to do this Bink heist. So if he's in the room, I need to be on him.
Yeah, maybe when Bubbles gets religion, she'll want to go out, or if we hadn't managed to stop the circus imploding, or I hadn't stopped Flex getting fired. There's been options to lever us out, but they haven't worked yet.
We care about self-image, I think, so we would be like, we need them to see us in a good light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I just got a job out of it and a couple new friends. So.